Hello guys and welcome to Amazon Basics with the Honest Entrepreneurs. My name is Tom and in today's video I'm going to step by step walk you through how to make your first Amazon FBA shipment plan to get your inventory into Amazon quickly and safely and start making some of that cash money. This method applies all over the world. We use this in the UK and the USA. We'll show you our results actually very quickly. We've just come back in stock and sales are starting to pick up again. Please do stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to give you a bonus tip, but for now, let's dive in and create our shipment plan. So first things first, what we're going to need to ensure is in place before we proceed and make the shipping plan is that the back-end data for your ASIN has been filled out correctly. Now, I don't mean all of it. You can actually go back and fill out most of it just before you go live. However, you need to ensure that your product dimensions, the product weight, the battery information, the EAN/UPC code, and your seller SKU are filled out. All of these things are used when creating your shipping plan, so please ensure they're ready and then we can proceed to the next spot. So we're going to go to inventory, we're going to hit manage inventory. You can then see your ASINs listed here. We're going to go across to the right hand side, hit the drop down menu. We're going to go for send/replenish inventory. Just a note, make sure that yours reads the same as this, change to fulfilled by merchant. That means that it is being fulfilled by Amazon as we want to do. You hit send replenish inventory. That's going to take you through to this creation page. The first thing you'll notice on the left is shipping plan. Create a new shipping plan. That is correct, leave it as it is there. And then the ship from address. You can have this as your home address if you're going to ship it into Amazon yourself from your house, or what we would advise to do is change this to an address near to the location of the Amazon center you want to go to. For example, with us, we send our products from China to the USA. We want to send them into a USA West Coast Amazon warehouse. For that reason, we actually put a California address here that we got given from our FBA freight forwarder. That more often than not, ensures that our products do stay on the West Coast, which saves us money on shipping and speeds up the whole process of getting the products into Amazon as fast as possible. Next spot here, we've got item pack type, individual product or case packed items. Most of you will go for case packed items. This means that you've got the same number of products in a uniform order in one particular carton. You only select individual products if you have a number of SKUs in there or a number of different variations. So we're going to stick with case packed products for the time being. We'll then go to continue to shipping plan. Right, so at this stage, we need to tell Amazon how many units we're going to send in. So let's say we have 50 units per carton and number of cases. Let's say, for example, we want to send in 250. We hit that. That's going to get blocked. The reason being, Amazon has limits on new inventory at the moment. You can only send a maximum of 200 units in at a time. If you're trying to beat the system, it won't allow it. So you can see here, if you change this to 4 times 50 is 200. There we go, we're good to move forward. Just a note here as well, it says here the item is eligible for manufacturer barcode tracking. I wouldn't advise doing this to begin with. I would start with the Amazon FNSKU labels. We have done this with other products. We'll do a video on that in future. It is quite a good time saver, but for now, we'll leave it as this and proceed. So we're gonna hit continue. So we're gonna scroll down here to who prepares. What this means is who's gonna stick the labels on the products. We often go for seller. That means that your supplier or your freight forwarder does the labeling for you. You can select Amazon, but what Amazon do then is they're gonna charge you per item. It can get quite expensive. So definitely go for seller if you can. And then with the prep guidance, I would recommend to choose no prep needed. Just check obviously that your product doesn't require the prep. If it's not one of these dangerous goods or kind of difficult to sell products, to be honest, but we'll go with no prep needed for now. Hit choose. Okay, all looking good. We're gonna hit continue. Okay, so what we now have are the labels. So we have 200 labels total. Every single unit needs to be labeled clearly so Amazon can scan it. So we're gonna hit print labels for this page. That's gonna download it for us there. I will just open that up. You either need to print this off yourself if you're shipping them in directly, or send this to your supplier. They'll print it off and ensure that the labels are printed on every single product. We then go back to the workflow, hit continue. So what you can now see is the option to change the name of your shipment plan. We do advise that you do this. Some people don't, but it can get really hard to track all your different shipment plans once you have multiple SKUs going in. So in that case, we're gonna go for a uniformed method that we like to apply. So we do the number of units. You then do the seller SKU. So let's say, for example, we're selling, let's say it's socks. So we'll go socks, blue socks. So we'll go socks blue. and then we'll go Feb, the month, 21, the year. So we'll use that and be uniform across all of our products, keep it nice and simple. We go across to the right hand side, so we've got cases 4, perfect, units 200, and then you're gonna have the ship to address. This is where you're gonna see where your stock's going to go. So hopefully that's the closest one to you. If it isn't, you can go back, you can try again, you can maybe get a different address from your freight forwarder and see if you get the kind of desired address that you want closest to the coast or closest to your house. And then at this point, we're gonna hit approve shipment, it all looks good. Hey guys, just wanted to jump in here quickly and say please do hit subscribe if you are finding this video useful. We're going to keep dropping these regularly to help new people and existing sellers out with the latest 2021 regulations. We're going to call this series probably quick tips. We were going to call it show us your tips. I was outvoted by my colleague on that one, unfortunately, so we're going to go with Amazon Basics quick tips. Hit subscribe, keep an eye out for those videos, and we're going to keep you informed best we can all year. This can take a few minutes, it normally doesn't, it's pretty fast. Okay, so we're near the end now. You can see we have the name that we just input, we have an ID, which you're going to need to keep for later, and then an Amazon reference ID. That will populate later on once the shipment plan is completed. You've got your ship from address, you've got your ship to address, which is very important. You now have the full address here, so you're going to want to send that to your freight forwarder to ensure it gets to the right spot. Optional service, you can ignore all of this part, and then the shipment status is now working. So then we go down to review and modify units, so you review the shipment contents. This is as expected, as before, 50, 4, 200, perfect. We've already printed the label, so we can ignore that part. If you come down to delivery service, this part is quite important, so pay attention. Small parcel delivery are for people that are shipping it primarily from their house. You're definitely going to want to select that option. You can then see the Amazon partner carrier is pre-selected. Amazon get preferential rates with most kind of companies around the world, to be honest, in terms of transporting goods, sorry. So I'd leave it as it is there if you're going to do that option. Ask your freight forwarder what's best for you guys. If you have a larger product, for example, you might want to choose LTL. This means that it's going to ship on pallets, and then you can change that to other carrier as well. You're going to see different things pop up when you press that. If you go down to here then and hit use another carrier, it's going to give you just this to fill in. However, if they tell you to go for SPD, and let's say for example it's let's say we go with other again, this is an example. When we scroll down here, you have more information to fill out. You're going to need to fill out the units per box configuration, which we already did, 50. Number of boxes, you know, it's 4. And then you're going to need to know the box weight and the dimensions. So we'll do this in English, but I'll translate it to American as well. So we've got, for example, 10 kilos, which is, I don't know how many pounds to be honest, but you guys can work that out. 30 centimeters is 12 inches, 30 again, and then let's say it's 20, which is 8 inches, I believe. Quick math. We're then going to hit confirm. You can save it later, but I mean, that's good to go. We know it's correct. Hit confirm. Okay, perfect. So we now generated our delivery labels. So you hit print again, same process as before. They popped up, you've got 4 of those, I have 4 cartons. Again, print them off for yourself if you're going to send it in yourself, or send them via email to your freight forwarder. So you can see here as well, there's instructions for applying box labels. You need to make sure you get this right. Amazon can actually charge you if you get this wrong, so make sure that your freight forwarder or your supplier are completely up to date with this, and that you are as well, if you're doing it from your house. So we'll keep going down here, everything looks good, just give it one last check. I think we're perfect, okay, perfect. Hit complete shipment. We're now through to the last page. Once you have it, you can actually populate this with the tracking number you get from your freight forwarder. But for now, that means it's all been created, you're good to go. You can work on another shipment, you can return to the shipping queue, or you can head back to Amazon and work on your listing to make it a 10 out of 10, so you hit the ground running and make some of that cash. Just a quick note here as well, back to the prepare shipment page. If you do go with Amazon partner carrier, when you scroll down and fill this in, if you hit confirm, you'll then be given delivery charge options. So you'll see the price that Amazon are going to charge you. So for those 4 cartons there, we have a calculation cost of £10.87. You're probably not going to beat that anywhere else, so as I said earlier, we advise to go for that option. So guys, just a very quick tip to end this video. If you go to inventory, then go to manage FBA shipments, you can see the list of all your shipments that you've created. You can see the top one there that we made, 200 Socks Blue FBA, Feb 21 rather, created today. You can see I created one earlier just for a test run. So that's now in a working state. Bear in mind, you have a 200 ASIN unit limit on your new inventory. If this is not the method that you actually use to ship by, if this isn't the plan you go for, you need to make sure you delete it. If you don't delete it, you're eating into your inventory allowance. This also goes for people that create shipment plans once they've started selling. You're going to increase your IPI score, which means that you can send more inventory in. So let's say, for example, we get a raise to 500 units. If we don't delete this plan, even though we sell out units, we can still only send in 300 more. We need to make sure we're on top of this, we're deleting them, and then we're going to be good to go and send in the full 500 once we've sold out of stock. And to delete the shipment, you literally just go, click into it. Well, that was slow, Jesus. We scroll down, hit delete shipment, hit OK, give it a couple of minutes, and then on the back end, you will be able to send in more stock again. Extra tip, I just wanted to drop in this video quickly as well. If you go to inventory, and then you go to inventory planning, you can see here how many units you can actually send in of each product. We'll go to restock inventory. So this is the top one, sorry, this is the one we're gonna send it down here. If you hit this button, at the moment, because we just made that plan, we can't send any more in, but you can see here with the inventory level allowed 200 units. Once this deletion kind of goes through the system, that will return to 200. You can see our units above there. We have 382 that we can send into that particular unit and 82 of that particular ASIN there. So it's good to keep an eye on this, know exactly where you stand. The better you are, the better you play the game with Amazon, the more of a kind of allowance you're going to have. So please do keep an eye on that, because you may be able to send in a lot more than you think, or a lot less than you think. So I hope you all found that useful. Nice and quick today, nice and simple, really straightforward plan to create your first shipment plan for Amazon FBA. As I said earlier, please do like and subscribe. We're going to drop more of these regularly. We're going to help you guys get selling on Amazon as fast as possible. I forgot to record this outro about an hour ago. It is now pretty dark, so I've had to put a different light on. We're really honest with the honest entrepreneurs. You can see behind the curtain and what it's really like making these kind of videos. We really enjoy it. Please subscribe. See you next time.